Wow. Embattled Broward election supervisor Brenda Snipes submits resignation. Brenda Snipes, Broward County's embattled supervisor of elections, submitted her resignation Sunday. Snipes' resignation, first reported by the Sun-Sentinel, came only hours after her staff ended a brutal 2-week stretch in which they misplaced 2,000 ballots during a statewide recount, mixed about 24 invalid ballots with about 200 good ones, and blew a deadline to submit machine recount results to the state. Snipes was attacked as corrupt by President Donald Trump and other Republicans, accused without evidence of trying to steal the U.S. Senate election by Governor Rick Scott, and maligned as incompetent by U.S. Senator Marco Rubio. So here's the letter. Dear Honored Governor Scott, it has been my passion and honor to serve as the supervisor of elections for Broward County voters. When I was appointed to this position on November 20th, 2003, my initial commitment was to serve out the remaining term in office and to pass the torch to the person who would be elected in the next cycle. Needless to say, that was almost 15 years ago. Although I have enjoyed this work tremendously over these many election cycles, both large and small, I'm ready to pass the torch. Therefore, I request that you accept my letter of resignation effective January 4th, 2019. You know, this really smells. This. So, a quick reminder for anyone wondering who Brenda Snipes is. Brenda Snipes is the person who, first of all, has, been over the elections in that county, which, that county has been notorious since 2000. Now, of course, she was sworn in 2003. Who swore her in? Jeb Bush. Or brought her in. It was Jeb Bush who brought her in, by the way, in 2003. So you can't hold 2000 on her, but they've been notorious since 2000. They are the infamous county that screwed it up in regards to Bush and Gore. And later, Brenda Snipes is the person who destroyed ballots for Debbie Wasserman Schultz. When Debbie Wasserman Schultz won in 2016, there were ballots that were destroyed illegally. And Tim Canova did bring that to court and was victorious. Now there's shady stuff afoot this time around too. There's video footage that we showed on this show of people just randomly transporting ballots in their cars. You don't know where they're taking them. You don't know what they're doing with them. By their own admission, they were ballots. Some people are saying, well, how do we know those were ballots? Well, by their own admission, the woman in the video asked, are these ballots? They said yes. So unless they were lying to this woman for whatever reason, they were ballots that were being transferred in the car. And Brenda Snipes is the person behind all that, in charge of all that, close with Debbie Wasserman Schultz. And now all of a sudden she's resigning. It's almost like when Debbie Wasserman Schultz had to step down because the DNC cheated for Hillary Clinton. Man, I mean, it's amazing that nothing significant was done after it happened in 2000. Like, it's amazing that nothing really changed after it happened in 2000. And it still just seems so unbelievable that Tim Canova received such a small amount of the vote. Like, it just seems so, like, it doesn't make any sense. So I don't buy for 1 second that election was genuine. And the fact that she's resigning supports that notion. All of a sudden, she's resigning.
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make it our own. Get your